Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of the Nerdpocalypse Podcast. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Micah.
Hey.
All right, guys, we are back. There are things to talk about, not a lot. Apparently, New York Comic Con is going on, so probably way more news next week, hopefully. So we'll lean more on probably checked out and trailers this week more than anything. So checked out this week. I'm watching Blackbird. This is a mini series on Apple TV. If you remember a couple of weeks ago, I talked about Smoke, which was also a mini series on Apple TV, and that one starring Taron Egerton, which is sort of loosely based on true story. This one is also starring Taron Egerton, and this is based on a true story as well. Do you know who Larry Hall is? You ever heard that name? Serial killer?
No.
So
I'm not Terrence.
Yeah, Taron should be here for this episode, right? But he was like a pretty prolific serial killer, apparently. He was arrested in the 90s for abducting, raping, torturing these women, yada, 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 which is horrible. I don't mean to make that sound like not a big deal. But he basically, like, obviously not well in the brain. But he was like a serial confessor. So when they thought people did stuff, he would just come into the police and like confess, like, oh yeah, I did it. And so when police actually suspected that he really did some shit, they're like, that's crazy Larry from down the road. Like, he confesses to everything. Like, he's innocent. He wasn't actually. He murdered like a dozen girls and women. Like, he legitimately did. But the story is about them arresting this guy, and he's in jail or he's in prison, but he appeals, right? Or his parents or his mom and his brother get an appeal for him. And he's about to be let out over the course of a couple of months, right? As this appeal is kind of going through. However, the police who went after him are like, this is the dude. But the serial confessing sort of thing, the judge is like, I don't know. I think this guy is probably just mentally ill, and you guys are just kind of planting this shit on him. Well, so what they do is Taron Egerton's character is not Larry Hall, by the way. Larry Hall is played by the guy who played Mole Man in Fantastic Four. You can imagine that guy with ridiculous burn sides, as they call them, not sideburns, to be accurate, as he's a Civil War reenactor, because of course he was.
Oh, he's a historian. So
yeah. So like, that's how he looked all the time, with just like the fucking huge burn sides, because he was like, it's easier to grow them and leave them than to cut them every year. And he talks in a very weird way, and he's a very disturbing character, right? And he's played very well. But what they do is Taron Egerton's character is this guy, Jimmy Keene, I believe his name is, who's a real person. And he's like handsome, good looking, super charming guy. He gets busted for selling drugs in the first part of the show. And so he's put in a different prison. And he ends up sort of like befriending a lot of people. He gets like some porn mags into jail, and he's like renting time to the prisoners so they can all use the porn mags. Like, this guy is like the world's like greatest entrepreneur, no matter what. Like, this guy is making it, right? But he's like a super charming guy, right? And it's Taron Egerton. He's like a handsome guy. And so the feds come to him because he gets 10 years, and they're like, look, we'll commute your whole fucking sentence. Like, we'll let you out completely. No bullshit. But you got to agree to go to this other prison in the Midwest, because I think he's in like California or New York or some shit. Like, you got to go to this Midwest fucking prison where this guy is that we have, and like chat this guy up. We'll put you in the vicinity of him, chat this guy up, and get him to like tell you where he's like buried these girls, and give us some more detail so we can use that to keep this guy in prison forever, right? And he's like reluctant, but he does it. And so the whole series is about him befriending this lunatic, while also like he's the son of a cop, so he can't let people know that that's true, because if you're son of a cop, they'll kill you in prison, right? Even though he's a criminal in his own right. And so he's like, navigating prison. He's being asked to do shit by other criminals who are like bigger names and shit, and then also trying to do this shit so he can get out. It's excellent, and you should watch it. And I was like, that's interesting that they would pick, like, Greg Kinnear is in this. Greg Kinnear and Taron Egerton were both in Smoke. I was like, that's kind of interesting. They pick also these same two actors. And so I looked it up today. I was like, oh, it's done by the same guy, right? This guy, Dennis Lehane. And I'm like, all right, that's kind of cool. Like, that's why it feels like Smoke and like it works and the cast is really good. Then I looked up Dennis Lehane's other work. So this is me telling you and everyone listening, you should really watch Smoke and Blackbird. Why? Because this guy was an author way before he started writing TV shows and movies. Here's a couple of books you may have heard of. Gone Baby Gone, Mystic River, Shutter Island, and The Drop. Those are just the books he wrote that were all adapted into movies.
Wow.
He also has writing awards for Mystic River, The Wire, Boardwalk Empire. He even wrote an episode of Castle randomly. Like this guy has done so much shit. But all of his stuff is all this like dark, slightly, like on the edge of criminality type of shit. Kind of detective-y type of series. It's all really good. I mean, Gone Baby Gone was excellent, which is apparently a part of this 6 series of books that he did. I didn't realize that. But yeah, Mystic River, which is the world's saddest fucking movie, but also very good. Shutter Island, which is also very good. Like, yeah, he's done a ton of shit. So yeah, you should probably watch these series. And both of them, I think, are only 8 episodes. So they're easy to kind of get through and enjoy. But yeah, so far Blackbird and I'm more than halfway through it. It's excellent. And I don't know. I feel like people don't give Taron Egerton enough credit. I feel like he's been doing all of these really heavy series and not been in so many like big movies as of late, besides the Sing movies. He's a singing gorilla in those movies. He's actually a pretty talented singer, which is fucking weird. But I guess he did that after Rocket Man, that he was playing Elton John. So I guess he was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll be a gorilla in the next thing. But yeah, Blackbird, if you haven't watched it on Apple TV, highly recommend it. And Smoke, I highly recommend too. Both are very, very good. All right, you want to talk about one battle after another?
Yeah, listen, I'm not going to talk. I've been talking Jay's head off about this movie. Just know that all the stuff that I've told you, Jay, I have not spoiled the movie for you. Okay. But I really want him to watch it, and when he watches it, I really want to have a discussion. A longer form discussion. I don't think we need to do this on like black on black cinema because, like, contrary to what Tiara told you yesterday, it's not a black movie. It's just a movie about revolution, right? And that's not necessarily black.
Right.
Look, man, this movie is. I am of two minds of this movie. It's great because I don't know how to feel about it. Right? Like there are some aspects of this movie that I think are just excellent. The filmmaking is excellent. The cinematography, the way the movie looks is beautiful. Some of the character stuff I jive with, right? Like, and some of it I really, really don't. And I want to talk to somebody about it. I want to talk to somebody. I talked to my wife about it, and my wife is like, and even she was like, there's a little, I wish this happened, or I wish I got some sort of about this, right? And she doesn't like dig into movies, right? She just wants to be entertained.
Yeah, that's most people.
That's most people. And I'm not knocking her for it, right? Like, I wish that I could do that sometimes. I used to be able to do it, but then we started doing a podcast, and I can't anymore. No. It's very, very difficult. So, yeah, I want to talk to somebody about it, and we'll dig into it after you see it, because this movie is probably going to be on a number of Oscar nomination categories. It just is.
This is my goal is to see this next week. If I could maybe finagle this weekend. Maybe I could finagle my wife into seeing if we could score a date night to go see it. I feel like she would enjoy this, or like I feel like she'd be interested in it as well. from what I can tell about the movie, I mean, it's Paul Thomas Anderson, obviously the lesser of the Thomas Andersons, or the lesser of the Paul Andersons. But I mean, the guy doesn't necessarily make bad movies. I didn't see, what was it, Licorice Pizza?
I did.
You did not care for that.
No, it was fine. It was fine. It wasn't like wasn't like
raving about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't rave about it,
right?
But it was an interesting enough movie. It wasn't a movie that appealed to me because like it took place in like the 70s, and it didn't appeal to me specifically. But I can appreciate the movie for what it is.
Right.
One Battle After Another is better than Licorice Pizza. It is. You got to see it. You got to see it. I'm gonna look. I went on the internet to be like, am I tripping? Right? Like, is it just me? And it's not just me.
Right.
It's people that look like me, and all the people who absolutely love it and find no fault at all are people that don't look like me.
Yeah,
so I'm very.
That's what I've heard. And then, by the way, that doesn't mean that necessarily anybody is wrong.
Right.
It's just different perspective. I mean, as a side note, I mean, white people are probably wrong, but like they tend to just like, oh my God, is that a picture of Hitler on the wall? I didn't notice, right? So, but it'll be interesting. I want to read the book. I'm not going to try to read the book before I see the movie, but I do want to read the book. I think the book is called Vineland, that it's based on, because I'm very interested to know, is Paul Thomas Anderson's interpretation of what goes on in that book, like, does he change certain things to make a point? Does he mistakenly fall into a point? Or is he doing it on purpose, right? I mean, I don't think Paul Thomas Anderson's an idiot, right? Like, are race relations a thing? Like, I don't think so. So I'm curious to know, how tightly is he taking what's in the book and being like, this is what it is off screen, or is that him doing it? I'm just curious.
I'm pretty sure that the book came out in 1990. I'm pretty sure he is adapting it to fit the modern situation that we're in right now. I guarantee you that's what he's doing.
Right.
Okay. And it's interesting, and I want to have a nice like spoiler conversation with you.
All right.
About it when you see it.
Yeah, it is literally on my list of things to watch next week at the absolute latest, because I kind of have to see it before it's like I can't find an English version of it. So yeah, I think I was planning on seeing it this past Monday, but my daughter was off of school, so I couldn't. But yeah, if I have an opportunity to see it this weekend, I will. But definitely, I'm like making a beeline like Monday or Tuesday to see it. So it'll be interesting. I'm very interested. I mean, I was interested from the onset, from the trailer. I thought it looked good. All right, Peacemaker this week. Here's my dramatization of James Gunn after listening to our show last week. Oh, I'm sorry. Is this your theory, Jay and Micah? Let me ball it up and throw it in the trash because you're an idiot and you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Now here's episode 7. Look, we are one day away from watching episode 8, the finale of the season, but episode 7, boy, were we wrong about our theories. They were like literally the opposite of what happened. So we were under the assumption like, hey, like the dad would be like, hey, let's get him because I'm a racist in this new universe. And the brother was like, no, but he's my brother. Instead, the dad's like, yeah, I actually don't agree with the Nazis. Like, I'm just trying to like fight kaiju and like beat up bad guys. And the brother's like, yeah, no, I'm all in on the whole Nazi thing. Like, yeah, let's do this. What did you think of the episode all in all?
Well, was he like, I'm all in on the Nazi thing? Or was he just like, I've grown up into this. This is the only thing that I know.
He certainly wasn't rejecting what he
right.
Is
right.
Maybe-
he does right. He wasn't rejecting it, but he wasn't like full-throatedly like because for him, this is what he grew up in, and whatever.
Right.
I think Augie is still a bad dad. Because if you're not down,
Yeah.
if you claim to not be down with all this Nazi shit, you didn't instill that in your sons. Like, like Peacemaker came off like he came off like a dick, and dickheads are usually Nazis, right?
Yeah,
like, yeah, not every dickhead is a Nazi, but every Nazi is a dickhead, right?
Rectangle square situation.
and Peacemaker and Earth X Peacemaker came off as a bit of a dick. So I think he was all in on it. Keith, maybe it's because we spent a little more time with him that, I'm willing to hand wave it away as, this is all I know. This is one of them. Get them, right?
One got out.
But Augie, the fact that he didn't instill that shit, and he didn't instill like a better positivity into his sons, like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, you're the problem. You're the problem that people have with allies, right? Like, you're not there to you're not there to break the system. You don't like the system, but you ain't trying to fix it.
Yeah, not to make it too political, but that is the warning of Martin Luther King about white liberals, right? Like the sort of middle of the road liberal, and that's also, a lot of people have said that historically about just people sitting in the middle when it comes to, knocking down capitalism or making the world a better place, of just like people like, I don't want to mess up what I got. And by the way, that's what the middle class is used as. It's used as a weapon, right? Like, you're not going to fight it back because, like, you like having your, Volvo and, gas stations that are, readily available. But at the same time, like, the system is fucking you over too.
And it's just, it's commentary that I think is not by happenstance. I think it is very purposeful.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mean to like give James Gunn too much credit, because the man is constantly denying that, like, the things that we're seeing and hearing aren't really there.
Right.
But yeah, it was a really, really good episode, man. I really enjoyed it. The fact that there was another point that I wanted to that I wanted to make about that show.
Was it the dope flip kick to close the door by Vigilante? I enjoyed it. I thought that was fun.
Yeah, and look, I knew you wanted your boy GI Robot, or whatever the hell his name was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a feeling he wasn't coming, but
well, we got one more episode. It's not going to happen.
Yes, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. So Keith clearly figures out how to get into our universe. At least that's the sentiment I got. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah. So I read that the actor that plays Keith, he kind of let it slip that Keith is kind of meant to now be an arch nemesis of Maker.
Oh, okay.
And look, I read it and someone said that they heard it, right? So who knows, right? I think it would be very interesting. I think it would be poetic that this guy, who is, the only adult brother that Peacemaker knows, right, absolutely hates his guts, right? You wanted your brother back, but like monkey paw, right? Like, right. Like, he's back, but he fucking hates you and he wants to kill you. It's a bunch of messy shit. I'm very curious to see how Peacemaker himself actually evolves, right? Because, like, his whole thing was, peace through strength, right? Peace through force,
Yeah, his
right?
mother.
Peace through force. And I wonder now if he's gonna like still be violent, but like instill a no kill rule. Because he was crashing the fuck out, right? Like
Yeah.
when he saw his dad get shot, when they were going after Keith, and all of the 11th Street kids were going after Keith, and he just like he broke,
Yeah.
right? So I'm very curious to see if he, I'm very curious to see if he like evolves into like a Batman Arkham type of hero, where it's like, I'm gonna break every bone in your body, but I'm not gonna kill you because I'm not a monster.
Yeah. That would be insane. Here, let me break your arm for a nickel bag of Bruce. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. And I was thinking about that too. I don't know if you get a no kill rule type of thing. I feel like James Gunn dealing with that is like really hard for him. It's like, oh, I just want to kill something. But yeah, you can't keep the same perspective after killing your dad and then seeing your dad be killed, right? A second time, like there's a lot there, and maybe having to fight your brother and hurt your brother a lot and stuff like that, or your brother trying to kill you even though you killed your brother early. Like there's too many layers there to just be like, and then they close the door and everything is hunky-dory. Like that would be insane, right, from a character perspective. And I don't think you'll get that because Gunn is a person who's like cares about developing actual characters into being human beings, right? So I just can't imagine him being like, yeah, no, none of this affects him. Like that would be insane. So this episode coming up, this final episode, is supposed to be like a little over an hour, I think, or just shy of an hour. So it's going to be considerably longer. I think like anywhere between like 15 to 20 minutes longer than the other episode. So that should be good. I don't know. I mean, there is also the talk from Gunn very directly that season 2 of Peacemaker leads into Man of Tomorrow. So that'll be interesting where they kind of leave it. Obviously, we've been introduced to Lex in this season. So my guess is Lex Luthor pops up again and maybe has a little bit more significant moment, or sort of kind of indicates a more significant thing is coming, or what his role is. So it'll be interesting. I don't know exactly how they're going to play this. I'd be surprised if Judo Master and Tim Meadows' character, if they don't end up joining kind of like the 11th Street Kids at some point in some sort of like quasi agreement. I could totally see that because like they're really right for
Flurry, while he was ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
He saw things at Argus and was like, I don't know about this, guys.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, he says that thing to Economos when Economos booked Chris. He was like, hey, man, like that was the right thing to do. Which to me, it was like, there's not a better indication of like that character isn't just an automaton, right? Like he's got like real thoughts and stuff like that. Some of them are insane and stupid as hell, but he has his own thoughts, not like, Officer Titties or whatever the other. You can't call her that. That's her name. So yeah, I think he would be a dope addition to that. Just like Tim Meadows is great all the time. Like he's just an inspired choice to be on this show. He's perfect. And I totally could see Judo Master joining just because one, he's just a fun character to watch because one, he kicks the shit out of people, and two, he's like not to be a dick, he's tiny and it's funny. Like it's just funny that he's a brutal character and he's so small. Like I mean, him killing all those Nazis in the pool was just grossly unnecessary, but also felt so good to watch. I was like, right, I love this guy. He's great. So more Peacemaker, man. I'm sad this is the last episode. All right, let's move into topics.
Okay. Jonathan Majors is being very coy about the MCU. Look, we all know that he went through all the shit that he went through. your opinion on that is what it is. But in speaking in an interview with The Sun in September, Jonathan Majors played coy about a possible return to the MCU as Kang the Conqueror, but he did reveal his potential plan for a comeback, citing there's always a multiverse to consider. Quote, I cannot say anything about that. Well, it's a multiverse, so there's always that. Always a lot of opportunity for that. He also said he was, quote, very glad that some fans wanted him back. In April, he said that he would be interested in returning as Kang, pointing out that he loved working alongside Tom Hiddleston, Paul Rudd, and Gugu Mbatha-Raw. Quote, yes, of course I say yes. Disney, Marvel Studios, I love them. Tom Hiddleston, loved working with the guy, loved working with Paul Rudd, loved working with Gugu Mbatha-Raw. God, actors are so fucking phony, man.
Yeah, they're so phony. I love all of them, and you're giving all of their full names. Relax, just
right. Like
I love
you know,
I got it.
Right. Listen, at this point,
you think you could do it? You think they'd do it?
I don't think they'd do it. I think they are firmly I think they have pivoted, and they're not looking back. So I don't think they're interested in getting him back. At least not until, not until Secret Wars is over. I don't think we're going to see that character anymore. And if you listen to certain people who do like fan theories and stuff, Marvel said, that Doom was always the plan, and that, they introduced Kang to make him like a threat so that they can introduce Doom and make him a bigger threat. I think Movie Bob used the Family Guy skit of it's Jaws, and then his Jaws 2, bigger Jaws, right? and the sequel, even bigger Jaws, right? Which, I mean, that could be something that's a take, right? Like if that was true, that's a take. I don't think that's an effective way to quickly establish a super duper villain. I think spending time with characters is the way that you can, get them to, even if it's just a little bit of time, right? Thanos wasn't an ever-present being throughout those first 30 movies or whatever. He was a gag at the end of Avengers, and then he wasn't around for a while, and then he was another gag, and then he really wasn't his true form until Infinity War, which, by the way, go back and rewatch Infinity War. It's that damn good.
For the first time, I sat and watched Infinity War and Endgame back to back this past week. Those movies are so fun because they're so fun, yo. They are. They're so fun.
They are. But I think Infinity War is the better movie, better actual story and movie. Like, I know everybody gets off on the last, hour, the first 45 minutes of the last hour, right? Like, everybody loves that. But as a movie, that movie needs Infinity War. Infinity War doesn't need Endgame, in my opinion.
Yes, I would agree. It is what happens in Infinity War is the same thing that happened in the Star Wars original trilogy. Those movies need Empire. You need those heroes to come together. We did it. Oh, fuck. Nothing worked. It's all bad. You need that. You need that fucking the bottom to drop out of your entire hope. I'm watching Infinity War the other day. I've seen that movie. I've seen that movie multiple times. I love that movie, and I love Endgame. Even as I'm watching Infinity War, I'm like, yeah, okay, well, I mean, this is their opportunity to turn it around. And it's like, nah, that failed. Yeah, but surely this will be, nah, that failed. Don't worry. In the end, here comes Scarlet Witch. She destroys the Mind Stone. We're good. Here comes this nigga. Turn back time. You're like, you son of a bitch. Like, God damn it. And it's even when you watch it now, it is maddening because every time they win, it's a Pyrrhic victory. And then like immediately Thanos is like, inevitable, fuck it up. You're like, God damn it. Like, you just cannot win for losing. And that's what makes that movie so good. And I hope, look, I know, you want to, we want new territory, you want to do new shit or whatever. But I need you to understand that formula works and that Doomsday needs to follow that formula. Them niggas need to lose, right? Like they got to lose in an interesting way.
Oh, yeah.
They will. I'm sure the loss is they end up on Battleworld. Like that's what Secret Wars ends up being. But like you got to give the audience that like, we're doing it. We're gonna, and he just keeps failing over and over again. I mean, the fact that like Vision keeps getting his ass kicked. I'm like, yo, Vision, who is beating Vision? It's like this dude with a scythe is apparently beating him quite easily, right? Like there is no moment where you're like, we won and like, all right, everybody go home. Nope, never. There's just never a moment like that lasts more than 13 seconds. Like it just doesn't last. So, and that's what feels very good about like Endgame is like Infinity War is great on its own. And you're right. It doesn't need Endgame, but those movies have like this synergy about them. Like you get super sad and then you get super glad. But like,
it's super cathartic when because you see in Infinity War, you see that guy kill Loki, right? And he's Loki at this point, like everybody loves Loki. So what do? We get the big bad to knock his ass out. We get him boxing up the Hulk, yo. Like those are the first things that happen in Infinity War.
Yeah. And everyone's like, the fuck happening? Like,
right.
Yeah.
So look, if they're going to copy that formula, I mean, your boy over here is sitting pretty. I can't wait. I can't wait.
I mean,
I can't wait.
That was perfect focusing too. Yeah, I think if Majors, I think you're right. I think Marvel's
not. I think that ship is sailed, bro. Like,
yeah, I think that's
maybe when the X-Men come around and then like
you just show up and like, hey guys, and they're just like optic blast, boom, done. All right, next thing, right? But I just don't see him coming in and doing that. Also, like that feels like a bad idea considering that Disney is having all these sort of rough moments that are going on, like politically and everything else. Feels like maybe bringing in a guy who got in trouble for, whatever way you want to think about it, violence against women, right? It feels like a bad move, just like from a PR perspective, that feels like a bad move because that will focus everyone's attention. Like when writers write about that, they're like, and then Jonathan Majors, do you remember what he did? Blah, blah, blah. That will be what people talk about. And like, you don't want that.
They did it in this article.
Yeah,
I'm looking at. Like,
you don't want that, right? Because and that's when it comes to like corporations and stuff like that. It's not so much that they care about the things that people have done, because they don't. They care about it being a distraction for the shit that they're trying to promote. They're like, let's be honest. They put Sean Penn in movies now because people don't really remember the terrible shit he did to Madonna. And he did. He's a terrible fucking human being. But 3 years out from him doing that, ain't nobody trying to put Sean Penn in the lead of their movie. They're like, yo, you're going to distract people from what we're trying to do. So we're going to let that shit cool. You shut the fuck up. Go to therapy. Yell, I'm sorry over and over and over again at your victims. And then when people have largely forgotten, then we'll bring you back and put you in movies. But that's the reason. So I don't see this happening. However, I'm okay if you want to recast that role and put Kang in there only for Doom to come in and kick the shit out of him. I'm fine with that. But frankly, if you're going to do a villain and you really want to show Doom's power, you copy the moment from Secret Wars, the new Secret Wars, where Thanos shows up and he's like, I'm Thanos, blah, blah, blah. And then Doom just reaches into his chest and rips his skeleton out. Do that and people are like, oh, damn. Like, That's how you establish him as the big bad. And then you do that crazy shit where Doom had like 2 fucking gauntlets, like at one point, because he's just a prick. Like, he's like, you know what? You know what's better than an Infinity Gauntlet? 2 Infinity Gauntlets. So like, yeah, just do shit like that where you really establish him as like, this guy's not to be fucked with. Like this dude is serious. So no, I don't think he's coming back, and I'm okay with that. Like, go do other stuff. It's fine. I like Megan.
Yeah, he's a good actor, man. Go. You don't need to do that. And I don't think he wants to do it because like Kang is such a gripping role that he just needed to like. No, he wants to make some fucking money. You know, like, and I get it, but like,
no,
you know, if you come back, you come back, and if you don't, you don't. It don't matter to me. There's only one thing that matters to me. Dude.
and it is the only thing that matters. But they really need to make sure that Doomsday, I mean, obviously the name kind of gives it away. It really needs to be the Infinity War as far as like it being his story. Like, you got to really understand that guy so that when shit goes down in Secret Wars, you really are like, okay, this guy's not to be fucked with, and here are all the reasons why. Just follow the same strategy. However you do it, just follow that same strategy. Because that's what made Thanos that much more of an awesome villain, is that you're like, oh, I see this guy's backstory. I see the motivation. This dude's crying as he's throwing his daughter off a fucking cliff. All of that shit. Give us that backstory. Don't just drop him in and be like, he's a badass. And everyone's like, he looks cool. Like, you got to give people something. You have to. All right, next up.
After landing Twister's lead director Lee Isaac Chung to direct, Warner Brothers is now in line to land another high-profile talent to star opposite Margot Robbie in its Oceans franchise prequel. This is the Oceans 11, 12, 13, and 8. Those series of movies.
Okay.
While the deal isn't closed, Bradley Cooper is in negotiations to star in the prequel. Chung is directing and Robbie is starring in. Robbie's production company Lucky Chap is producing. Sources close to Cooper say he's been close with Robbie over the years, and always wanted to work together. And this seemed like the perfect opportunity. After a meeting with Chung, Cooper was on board. The film is set to start shooting next year, and in true Oceans fashion, the plot is locked in the vault, other than it being a prequel. The current screenplay is by Kerry Solomon and based on characters by George Clayton Johnson and Jack Golden Russell Terrier. His name is Jack Russell, yo.
Like, how many names does this dude have?
Terrier. I added the Terrier. His name is Jack Golden Russell. Listen, I like those movies, man. I really, really like those movies. They are super, super fun. I even like Ocean's 8, man. Like, I know people don't like Ocean's 8. People don't like Ocean's 8, I think, because girl, but and Awkwafina for some strange reason. Like, people like really hate that woman.
I don't mind her. She's fine.
She don't bother me. She don't bother me. But those movies are fun. And if we can get, they're just like feel good, fun movies, man. Like something to just kind of pass the time away. You know what I mean? And I and you know, I'm old. I like mysteries. I like whodunits. I like heists. I like all that shit now.
I don't understand how people don't like a heist movie. It's just like they're the easiest things to enjoy. Like, they just are.
Yeah, man.
Hey, we got a goal. Got a cool team. All right, go get the thing. Like this. All right. And you need like good heist music. You just have to. These are the only things you need in a good heist movie.
Yeah. They all follow the same damn formula, but like that's fine, right? So do rom-coms. And these movies look like they're fun to be on, right? And these are like movie star movies. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
yeah. 100%. There's a lot of just like stunt casting. Like, this is what it feels like.
Like, look at that.
Go ahead.
Look at the first Ocean's 11, not the. Well, I mean, you can look at that one too, right? You can look at the one.
Yeah, the Rat Pack. What the fuck?
Right, they had the Rat Pack in it, guys. But Ocean's 11 starred George Clooney, Matt Damon, Andy Garcia, Brad Pitt, Julia Roberts, Casey Affleck, Scott Conn, Elliot Gould, Bernie Mac, and Carl Reiner, yo.
Yeah, there's no low person on that list. Everybody there is a fucking star. Everybody,
right?
There.
And by the end of that trilogy, they added Al Pacino, guys.
Right. Like, again, like they nail it. I mean, even Ocean's 8. I'm just looking at the cast: Sandra Bullock, Kate Blanchett, Anne Hathaway, Mindy Kaling, Sarah Paulson, Awkwafina, Rihanna, and Helena Bonham Carter. Like, yeah, like you nailed it. Like that's a solid cast. Also, it's like, okay, like this is easy. This is easy work. I'm fine with it. I love it. So yeah, make more of these. It's totally fine. It's totally fine.
Yeah.
I don't care as long as they are fun. They follow the formula. It's a good heist movie. Don't show me the heist until the end. Okay. I like, let me believe one thing and then show me something else. That's all you got to do. I'm in the audience. I know I'm getting duped. I want to be duped. That's the point of the whole type of movie it is. It's fun that way. Oh, how did they do it?
Good. Show me the plan, right? You show me the plan, like, okay, everybody here? All right. Now this is what we got to do. We got to infiltrate the Flurkin Floppin, and then you're going to get on the turrets, and then you're going to go make us waffles, and then you're going to go to McDonald's, right? And then when they do the fucking plan, oh shit, we're out of waffle mix. Oh shit, I got a flat tire. I can't go to McDonald's. Oh shit, the Flurkin Flurfin doesn't exist. Like, what the fuck? Like, and then they got to improvise, right? Like,
that's it.
Come on, man. Like, it's not hard. And then just look cool while doing it.
That's it. Hire a dope cast and look dope as shit while you're doing it. Like, it's my favorite. One of my favorite moments is Ocean's 12, right? Where they're like, all right, the final part is that you go into this room. I think there's like stealing a diamond or some stupid shit. It's something ridiculous, and they're like, we got to steal this diamond, and you get through all of this, blah, blah, blah. But the final thing is this laser system, and, how are they going to do it or whatever? And it's like, it's impossible. Nobody can do it. It's all random. And in the end, they show the one dude, the French dude, and he's like, yeah, I just fucking put my headphones on, and I just fucking like rocked that shit, and then just like jumped around and did it. There was no style to it. I'm just that fucking good. And you're like, this nigga's just that good. Like, that's the end of the movie, right? The end of the movie is that guy is just that dope. And you know what? That song's in my workout playlist because that song is awesome. Yeah, but like, that's all those movies are. It's just they're cool. Like, sometimes movies don't have to be anything but like, this movie's just fucking cool. And either you get that or you don't. That's it.
Like, it's fantasy, man. Movies are escapist fantasies sometimes, right? Like, it's just fun.
Right. And I don't care that all the characters are men or all women or all minorities or all white. I don't give a shit. Just put cool ass people in it. That's it. Like, just put cool people in it. Just like Steven Soderbergh did in Ocean's 11. Just put cool ass people in it. British, not British, young, old, black, white. Who gives a fuck? Just put them in there. Are these the cool ass people in Hollywood right now? Boom. There you go.
Yeah, so, Don Cheadle with a British accent, bro. Like a Cockney British accent.
Right. Like, right. So it's like, put him in there. Fucking Bernie Mac. Like, who cares? Like, just put him in there. That's dope to me. Like, that's the way you do it. Have fun with it. I think that's awesome. And look, I'm not saying you have to, but just get Steven Soderbergh to executive produce, right? He just call him, be like, can we just put your name on it? It'll just get people in the theaters. Just do that. He knew he had to do that. I'll see it. All right, next up, Ryan Coogler is set to reboot X-Files with Chris Carter producing. If you don't know, Chris Carter is the original creator of X-Files for Fox. So this had been like long rumored, kind of talked about. Is it really happening? No, it's really happening. Coogler is actually working on the X-Files reboot. And now we have a first actor likely going to be attached, which is Danielle Deadwyler. Who is in talks to play one of the FBI agents, and she will likely be playing lead investigator. She'll be likely playing opposite a male co-lead. So, cool. All right, like, I love this. I think it's great. I don't know if people watch the X-Files. I feel like a lot of people did. I love the X-Files.
You don't know if people watch the X-Files?
No, I'm saying some people listening. Some people. No, I know it was incredible.
Oh.
Particular people listening. No, what the fuck? It was
okay.
I love that series. I remember Micah and I saw the first movie at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
On a we were in the we were like the only people in that theater, son. We were just like, hell yes, like fight for the future.
Hell yeah, man.
Love X-Files. So I'm all in for this. I hope they do what the original one did, which is you got to lean heavy into the weird shit, but I always need that that undergirdle of like government conspiracy shit. Like that was always what made everything really work. It's like, yeah, the creepy, like the creepy hillbilly family that's, living under the bed and all that other weird shit. Like, yeah, that's cool. But like, I need also the 9/11 was done by the government conspiracy theory shit, like running throughout all of it. That's not really a conspiracy. They did it. But like I need that running throughout all of it. Like, cause that's really good. Like the smoking man and stuff like that, like those kind of recurring characters, like that's what makes that series really super work. Perfect. And look, if Coogler is into doing it, I'm into him doing it. I guess Michael B. Jordan is the co-lead, right? Like it's got to be Michael B. Jordan, right? It has to.
I mean, it's a Ryan Coogler project, so
I think it'd be actually kind of dope if it was two black lead investigators. I kind of love that.
I think I know people don't want to hear it, but like even just injecting a different race into an established property, it makes it feel different because like there's a certain, and I'm not, I'm rooting for everybody black, but I'm not just talking about black people, right? Like,
no, give me an Asian.
Yeah, like what if X-Files, but like Asian guy, right? What if Asian guy was Mulder? Just a weird, like creepy, like, yeah, I'm into all this conspiracy theory shit.
No. I disagree. I want Danielle Deadweiler to be the Mulder, and I want the dude to be the Scully. I want him to none of it. Science, my nigga. Where is the science on this? Like that would be a cool, fun role reversal. But yes, otherwise, absolutely.
Yeah, but like, that would be interesting because like you don't really see, but that would be interesting because like, look at our female conspiracy theorists now, right? Like. They're very unique people with bad built butch bodies, I guess. Is that
these are for real like that.
But like I kind of want to see that.
I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be fun. Yeah. And just lean into it, man. Just lean into it. I think that'd be really cool. But yeah, give me that kind of thing. I always thought it was such a kind of a waste. What's the Asian dude in the MCU who was in WandaVision? What is that guy's name? Oh fuck, I can't remember his character's name.
Oh god, his character was like, yo, why can't I remember? I love that guy, Randall Park. Randall Park is his name.
Like that guy. After WandaVision, I always thought it would have been cool if like that guy and like you give him a co-lead or something like Darcy or what have you, give him a co-lead and they could have done like an MCU version of the X-Files. Cause then it's like you could just go and explore like the weirder parts of the MCU. And like here they're just like agents just like walking around trying to figure out like what the fuck is going on. And it can get super weird because it's comic, right?
What if you just make Agents of Atlas the X-Files?
Exactly. Right. And you could give him like one superhero sidekick, but like their power isn't like crazy overpowered, but they do have like some powers. And here he's like a regular agent. Yeah. That'd be dope.
Yeah.
So I'm here for an X-Files reboot. I think that's great. It can be a reboot or it can be a continuation. That's fine. I would love if like Mulder and Scully like showed up, right? You just give these new characters different names and they just show up and they're just like, no, that shit was crazy. That's just real. And like, all right, Mulder, like into your old person's home. Like that would be kind of fun. Like you don't have to throw away all the shit that you did, right? You can just have it like the X-Files. They get reopened, right? Like, and here comes these new agents and they take on the work of Mulder and Scully. I think that would be kind of fun too. But if you want to reboot it, that's also fine. And because then you're kind of giving an homage to the fans. Like the stuff that you love isn't dead, right? Like we're not throwing it away. We're just
yeah, we're not replacing them. You're not being replaced.
Right. This is not
white people have a real big.
It's a great.
They got a thing about that. They got a thing about being replaced. No, don't nobody want to be you. Get out of here.
You're fine. You guys are totally fine. All right, let's.
You're sitting at home listening to a podcast right now. Don't nobody want to beat you.
That's true. We don't get you. We're gonna skip what the fuck. Brought to you by JTD this week. We'll hold those stories for next week because we're on a time crunch. Let's just jump into trailers. A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. This trailer came out. This is a prequel to Game of Thrones. I forget how many years. I think it's like 100 years or something before the original Game of Thrones TV show, like when that takes place. 100 years. And so it's just about this one night. What is his name? Like Sir Duke the Tall or some shit like that. And this dude is like, just trying to like just go around and like be a good knight. It's got some like pretty comedic elements to it, which I was surprised to see. My guess is it's just kind of a general hero's journey story. And this kind of maybe bumbling idiot kind of comes into his own as the series goes on. I kind of like that. I like this sort of single story. That's kind of fun. So yeah. All right. I'll watch it. I'll check it out.
I'm sure it'll be good. Unless people say it's phenomenal, I think I'm going to pass.
Yes, sir. Are you watching House of the Dragon?
Whenever it decides to show up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am. I'll give this one episode, but like there's these things are so few and far between. Plus they're, high fantasy, and I'm not generally into high fantasy, but like I'll check it out. I'll check out that first episode, but if it doesn't like really hook me,
right,
I got no problem like abandoning this.
Yeah, no,
right?
that's
like I'm caught up on task, and like stuff like that. I think is a little more my speed now.
Yeah.
People with terrible mid-Atlantic accents going around, trying to go to the Wawa or whatever.
Get some water.
Get some water.
We're laughing because it's our people. That's
how we talk, That's how we talk.
Oh, the Mid-Atlantic. What are we gonna do? So yeah, a night of the Seven Kingdoms. I feel like if you're all in on Game of Thrones, this is probably an easy thing for you to be like, yeah, more of this. I'll check it out. I'm not. It doesn't feel like you would always say like appointment television, like must see TV. It doesn't feel like that for me. But at the same time, you never know. You watch it, like it's actually really good. So, I'm not disappointed with any Game of Thrones stuff as of late. So, okay. Pluribus. This is they are teasing the shit out of this. This is Vince Gilligan's new series on Apple TV. So they don't tell you what this show is about. They give you no indication what the show is about from the trailer. So I'll tell you. The idea is that this woman Carol is the only woman who is immune to this virus. This place takes place in like the same area of where Breaking Bad is. But she's the only woman immune to this virus, and the virus just makes you happy and content. And so they're trying to figure out what the fuck her problem is. Like, why aren't you like just like happy and totally fine with everything? And that's it. Is this woman has actual emotions and everyone else really doesn't. And so they're just trying to fix her. And she's like, no, like, I don't get what's going on. So that's a bit weird for Vince Gilligan. Or is it Gilligan? I think it's Vince Gilligan.
I think it's Gilligan.
Gilligan, yeah. So yeah, okay, I'll give it a chance. I mean, the guy hasn't, steered me wrong yet, so should be fun, interesting.
Yeah, look, hopefully it won't be like a super duper slow burn like that first season of Breaking Bad.
Or Better Call Saul.
Or Better Call Saul, yeah. Like I get the need to, ease people into stuff, but like let's pick it up, bro.
Hurry up.
But this sounds like a really, really interesting premise. And And it's Apple TV. Look, when Apple TV hits, they knock it out of the park. And even when they don't really hit, most of the time they got a high batting average.
Yeah, they do. They do. Absolutely.
So I'll check it out.
All right.
I need something to watch with my wife.
There you go. Here's something to watch with your wife. Predator Badlands final trailer. Yeah, this looks really fun. You're getting a little bit more in this trailer of the monsters. You hear from your lead a little bit. All looks good. Sounds good to me. My only thing about this is, and it's not an issue, we're kind of seeing more humans and stuff like that. So clearly, kind of Weyland-Yutani type of folks in this movie, which is good because people got to get murdered. So I'm cool with that. You definitely are seeing another Predator, maybe even more than one more, fighting this main character. So, yeah, I think the monster designs look fun. I think they look interesting. I like that it's taking place on this foreign world that everything is out to kill you. That's dope. I'm here for that. So, yeah, all in.
I like the idea of following this one Yautja's journey. I forget what the premise of the story is. I don't necessarily want to look it up, but I like the idea of following this Yautja as the main character, and everything is after him, right? Like these monsters, other Yautja, humans, right? Like what is like that's the next big thing in these types of stories, right? Like that's a way to keep things fresh, right? Like let's not follow another human as they are being stalked by another predator, right? Let's follow the point of view. And you can't do it with like Predator is a unique franchise. Like you can't do it with other horror franchises. Not too many that I can think of. You can't do it with the alien, right? The xenomorph, right? Because they don't talk, right? You can't do it with what are other I mean, like any of the horror characters, you can't do it with like Freddy or Jason or any of those. Like it just doesn't work. Yeah,
maybe
like
Freddy,
because
Freddy is charismatic, but like maybe him. That's about it.
But like you'd have to be like a psycho because like Freddy would have Freddy wouldn't go anywhere, right? Like he wouldn't go anywhere emotionally. He's not gonna start killing people and all of a sudden, maybe I shouldn't, or this is why I'm doing it. Like we know why you're doing it. You're a fucking lunatic. Right. And you like to say bitch a lot, which is fine. But he's not you can't do it. So yeah, I'm excited for this, man. I'm really excited for this.
Yeah. And I want to read something because it's very funny to me. This movie is rated PG-13, right? And so people are like, PG-13. So here's why it's rated PG-13. Producer Ben Rosenblatt attributing the rating simply to, quote, we don't have any humans in the movie, and so we don't have any human red blood. The film still maintains the series' trademark violence via white blood from the androids and synthetics, green blood from the Yautja, and various other blood colors from the monsters hunted by Dek, who is the Yautja. So they're just solely getting away with this because there's no human blood. They're like, no, we're still going to kill the shit out of things, but it's green, bro. That's totally fine.
Listen. Anyone who has watched a compilation of Mortal Kombat fatalities already knows this, right? Like you can't have a compilation of Mortal Kombat fatalities with a bunch of red blood and not get like dinged for it, right? So what all the streamers do is they fight the character with the green blood. Like everybody just kills Reptile.
Oh, interesting.
So they can see, so they don't have to censor all the fatalities. And like, it's brutal. So you got people getting their fucking intestines pulled out of their asshole and shit. Like, so yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, no, it sounds good. I think this is brilliant. I think it's really hilarious. They're like, no, don't worry. We're gonna kill the shit out of things. The color's different, so it's fine. By the way, did you finish Alien Earth?
I did. I finished it the other day.
That's a good ending.
It was a good ending. Why the fuck was it so dark? It was a good ending.
Well, your mom and your dad are both brown.
Yeah, it's fucking up. It was a good ending, but it was so much of a cock tease of an ending. Yeah, man, like has it been renewed?
Oh, I think it's going to be. Yeah, I don't know that.
I hope it will be, so that we can get some sort of resolution, or not even resolution, but like I want the story to continue. Like it that's my only thing. It ends on a gigantic cliffhanger. But all in all, I thought it was great. I thought it was creepier and more disgusting than I thought it would be. Especially for a television show. I know it's like extended cable, but there's a lot of eye shit. I blame James Gunn for that shit. James Gunn is into eye shit, like fucking with people's eyeballs and shit.
Yep.
And I think he brought in an eye shit renaissance of just people we need another body part, guys. Need another body part.
Yeah, I just pick anything else. Like it's like ripping out of someone's head. I'm like, all right, all right. Thank God the season's over. But it is to your point. It is a cock tease of a season finale. But I liked it. I like the way in which.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was fun. If you haven't watched Alien Earth and you are not squeamish, I recommend it. If you are squeamish, best of luck to you in your endeavors. That show is surprisingly brutal. Like, good. Like, surely they won't show. Oh, they're going to show that. Okay. Like that show is not living in the same sort of box that Predator Badlands is. They're not like, oh, well, the color of the blood is different. They're like, we don't give a fuck what the color is.
Yeah.
We're going to do everything. Like, there's a lot of
here's a chest burster, right? Like, here's a chest burster, and then come back to the decaying corpse. Here's some eye shit. Like, what the fuck?
Why? He already dead. He already dead. They're like, not enough. Like, okay, good Lord. See you next season, I guess. Alien Earth does something in the Alien franchise. If you've not seen it, I won't spoil it. But they do something in that franchise that just opens up a completely new world. Like, it really does, by introducing those particular characters. Like, it makes it really fun and interesting. All right, that is it for us. Shorter show this week. Again, a little bit of a time crunch, so we will see you guys next week.
See ya.